Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So this week's match, we've got Black Etemon. Yes, Etemon. It is a complete black deck dedicated to it, and honestly, it's pretty spicy. Like, I wanted it on the channel just because of how impressed I was with the deck overall. We've had it on the channel in the past, and I didn't think really it could get any better. It doesn't have a whole lot of support. But wow, this guy makes it work. He plays Etemon and Dedicated every single week, and he has improved this deck drastically, and it's actually very, very well done now. So I cannot wait to show it later in the week, the full deck profile breakdown of it. But we're going to be going against my deck here, which is going to be Ceresmon Control using Nidhogg and all of the Ceresmon stuff. Just a very control-heavy deck. So, but they don't mind it in Etemon, right? Because Etemon doesn't mind being destroyed because he can just bring out a better version of himself. So, free megas, yeah, it's a trade-off. The control element is definitely interesting. So, I hope you guys enjoy this match. Also, don't forget this month's memory marker is going to be Yaomon, right? This is the baby form of Impmon and Beelzemon. So if you're going to be a big purple player, BT5 is right around the corner. You're going to see a lot of Zwart and stuff like that. Purple is going to be, your main deck. You definitely want to get one of these little guys. They are super adorable, great memory markers for that. And getting ready for in the future, we're going to be having 3 Musketeers, and you're really going to want to have one of these guys for when Musketeers unleashes for your Beelstarmons. So check the link in the description below for the Patreon page. Those are all handmade by my wife. Super adorable. Kicking things off here, playing on the new 2-player Battle Ready Ink mat. I had this one custom made just for our live games for all of our recordings here. And yeah, this is it's super cool. I had it in the last video where I showed them off a little bit, but definitely loving it here. It's like you kind of made it when you have your own custom mat for yourself. Definitely, it feels good. It just feels like I've achieved something. So thank you guys for supporting me. All right, green kicking things off here. Gonna go into the Argomon with the Agumon on top of that. Agumon actually making a comeback in this deck. It's honestly just kind of a trade-off, Agumon or just a 2-drop vanilla. And then Gargomon on top of that. So I went with the Gargomon just because in this deck we can suspend our opponent's stuff so easily. Black on the other side there, going into the Gatsumon on top of the Karamon, and then a Dark Tyrannomon, the new 1-cost blocker. And then going into an Izzy on top of that, double Numemon and a Toy Agumon. It does gain the 1 memory back for the Izzy. Sorry about the glare there. It's a little bit rough just because we're playing in store. Green going to go ahead and promote up that Gargomon here. And kind of showing off the hand a little bit there. But it's okay. It's just the camera. And there we do see the Goblymon, that 2-cost vanilla like I was talking about. Then dropping the Mimi, since they've got the memory fixer on field, definitely doesn't feel bad. Go ahead and dropping that. And we see this new card here, which will delete a 7-cost or less, a 7 play cost or less Digimon on the field. I believe it's a 5-cost option there. Pretty nice. Again, we're going to see same thing as turn 1 there. You're going to see the Argomon and Agumon come down on top of that. And going to bring out that Chimeramon. This is the green's new blocker, that 1-cost evolution. They're so incredible. Here we see the level 4 Argomon, not going to get the Digiburst, or yeah, the Digizorption, and then going to go into the Blossomon on top of that. Again, no Digizorption. Must really just want to get up into a level 6 as fast as possible. Here we see Toy Agumon coming down, and then Numemon coming down on top of that. In the raising area there. Looks like that's on top of a... Ooh, I'm not sure what that was. I think that was... that's a Megadramon. It has the inheritable that just gives anything on top of it blocker, which Black loves because they get all these triggers and bonuses with stuff with blocker. Lots of reboot and jamming and all kinds of stuff. So giving any level 6 or 7 on top of it blocker is really solid. Green there, going to go ahead and use that Mimi for that second egg hatch there. And then again, another Agumon. And then straight into the Nidhogg. Going to go ahead and use the ability instantly, suspend that Dark Tyrannomon, and then send it to the bottom of the deck. Preventing black from getting up into anything too big there. And we'll pass turn. Alright, now we see that Mega Dramon coming up now. At 3 memory, should be able to work into some sort of Mega, we would hope here. If not, Green's going to start gaining control really quickly. And here decides to go into the Etemon. Only a 10k, but cannot be blocked. That is, Metal Etemon's big deal is he cannot be blocked, which is can be pretty busted if you're not expecting it, and it just kind of comes down. But does crash into a Ceresmon, that Alt Art Ceresmon too. And it will die. Black instantly falling behind. He might got one security check there, but yeah, that's rough. Does play the Numamon though. Level 4 for 3 cost is pretty solid. Cannot complain there. And you're gonna see that Mimi trigger for the last egg already. Tentomon coming down on top of that instead of playing the Tentomon. Nidhogg gonna swing. Just going to hit into the new toy Agumon there. Agumon swinging? Or are we seeing a Digizorption? Okay, so a Digizorption into the Blossomon. We're going to see another Digizorption into the Ceresmon. Alright, and yep, so reduces its Digi cost by 3, so it's only a 2 cost. That's pretty gnarly. And then we will see the suspension of the Numamon, which ultimately didn't really matter, but it was free evolution essentially for green. Chaosmon swings into it and then checks with piercing into another Chaosmon and dies. That's pretty brutal, and black really needed that. That was like their only way to clear Chaosmon, and they were able to get it there. And goes into a Gatsumon in the raising area, and then just hard plays the Etemon. Definitely feeling behind a little bit. It is a blocker at least, so you're hard playing it, passing turn, and giving yourself a blocker, if nothing else. Alright, Green coming up. Green's looking really good right now. You're going to see that Digizorption suspend the Etemon, so no blocker use there at all. And then a Cherrymon for 2. Green's field is looking pretty nasty. And then where you see the Etemon go, and then Metal Etemon top card there, and a second one. So one's going to go to the bottom, though. It's probably not going to see that one for the rest of the game. So that is 3 Etemons so far that we've seen. The 1 Digivolve, the 2 just then. So it's going to be hard to get a 4th Etemon in one game. Ceresmon going to swing in. Going to hit the Cresgarurumon, 11k, so it's going to be able to survive. And then hard play the Agumon. Green looking in a really good place right now. Black is really going to have to struggle to catch back up here. We'll clear with the Metal Etemon of the level 5 at least on that Cherrymon. And then we see a Millenniummon going to shuffle back in that Ceresmon to the bottom, and just like that, Green is now in a bad position because it's out of eggs, so no more Digizorption, or I mean, no more Digivolving rookies for free draws. We will see the Digizorption there at least, if nothing else. Digivolving into the Gargomon. Looks like they're just trying to get as many draws as possible now, trying to draw into something to handle this board that they've got. And that right there is going to do it, though. Nidhogg going to shuffle up the Gatsumon to the bottom, and the suspended Millenniummon will go to the bottom of the deck. He gets a little confused here. He puts the Metal Etemon to the bottom, but that gets fixed just in just a moment there. But yeah, so gets around the Millenniummon, where it gets to come back for free. That was a huge play right there for Green. Black did everything they could to clear the field, but in doing so, definitely left themselves open to a comeback play. And Green can Digivolve so much, so cheaply, that they were able to get all the way up into a Nidhoggmon and draw into it, no less. All right, we see a toy Agumon and looks like a dark Tyrannomon there in the raising area. And then hard plays the Greymon for 4, passing it to the opponent's turn. So green's going to be at 4 or at 3 memory here. Not like the most impressive board, but at least a little bit ahead of black at this moment, especially with this security check. There we go, down to 1. Hard plays the Goblymon. And then going to hidden potential with the Goblymon that was just hard played. Goes into the Chaosmon for 1. Swings, checks security at 0, still their turn. Swings for game with the Gargomon. Like, that is the dream play right there. You hold on to that hidden potential for those crazy blowout plays. You only got the 1 hidden potential, so you really need to make it count. And it's either you go for that Nidhoggmon for free to clear your opponent's board and then swing with the Nidhogg and then go to a Chaosmon on top of that to pass turn. Those are usually really, really good plays that you want to do with your hidden potential. But that right there was also a crazy play. A Chaosmon for 1. Now, hidden potential, in case you're wondering, it only works on green Digimon. But it's as long as the Digimon that is getting digivolved, right? So the Nidhoggmon is the green Digimon that is digivolving. That has to be green. Whatever you digivolve into does not have to be green. So if you're curious, just read the card extra close. It does specify that the Digimon digivolving has to be green. So you can use it to go into a white, which is crazy when you can use it with a Chaosmon for only a 1-cost Chaosmon, which, like, that was so perfect. The hard play of the Goblymon, that's why I'm so in favor of the vanillas. The Agumon is nice, but man, I mean, Goblymon, we really got to see the value of the Goblymon. I think the vanilla plays in this were probably more important than any Agumon. Also, I think at one point we missed a Argomon unsuspend gain 1 memory. Ultimately, we see that it never mattered, but still, I think that was like the only misplay that I caught during editing. So if you find any more, definitely let me know. Trying to do better about making sure we don't misplay, or at least finding them in edit, so that way I can go back and maybe refilm or find another video where we don't make mistakes. And stay tuned for the deck profiles later this week. We'll be doing the Ceresmon one first, and then the Etemon one at the end of the week. Probably going to be out on Friday. So if you're here for the Etemon, we have to wait a little bit because I want this to build. Because we've all seen all these other deck profiles. No one's making Etemon deck profiles though, and trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. Because that Crescarumon, we didn't get to see it here. But wow, at the spiciness of Crescarumon in this deck. I think it and Izzy is just what makes this deck so much better than it was before in previous formats. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please like the video and subscribe. Just a little bit of help goes a super long ways. It helps the channel out tremendously, gets my videos out there, gets them seen. And if you really, really want to support the channel, check out the links in the description below. I'll have a link for my Patreon, which is displayed right here. You can get access to my Discord server that I have, as well as you can get the memory markers that we've had. These are just a few of my favorites from the past that we've had. The current one, Etemon's baby, as well as Gabumon's baby as well. Sunomon and Yaomon. These guys are super adorable. I definitely love them so much. And every month a new one changes out, so make sure you check that out. As well as we have our new playmats. This is why I recreated this video. It's because our playmats are here finally, and they are super cool. I alternate between the black and white every single month for whoever wants to support this tier, as well as I have a tier just higher than that, so that way you don't also have to lose out on a memory marker. You can get both the memory marker and the playmat just in case you want both. Super awesome support from everyone that has supported in the past and who will support in the future. You guys are awesome. Also, if you want to check out my merch, my Teespring link is in the description below for that. We've got, you know, the shirts that I wear on the channel that has the logo across. I love when I see people representing my merch in public. It is like one of the coolest feelings I've ever had in my entire life. Very, very awesome. As well as phone cases for you people that love Digimon like so much like I do. friend of mine custom made all these to fit these specific phone cases themselves. So the prices are a little bit higher just because I have to pay her back, as well as make a little tiny bit of profit because of how much, unfortunately, they take for their cut for Teespring. But like I said, if you can't do any of that, please just like the video and subscribe to the channel. Every time we hit a new mile marker for subscriptions, I give out free merch of all different types. 2000K, I think we're doing one of the Playmat giveaways. So definitely be subscribed and ready for when that comes.